Afternoon. Hi, folks. Gregory Conkery here in the Orange Room. Got a mighty Fender custom shop, 51 nocaster in the Wildwood 10 format. This one in a Journeyman relic. There I am. Oh, look at that son of a gun. I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it with friends, oh, hither and yon. Share it with the friends, oh, hither and yon. I'm going to share one more place to another page I like to call the Koch Marshall Trio. Can you dig it? Will you dig it? Folks, how's it going out there? Billy Carter says hello from Annapolis. Robert says hi, Greg. Hello from Poplar Bluff. Greetings, Jerry. What's going down, Daddy-O's? You know what I haven't done in a while, folks, is I haven't said to folks, hey, bros, guess what? I'm live on YouTube to the people. Let's see what we got here. Let's just see what we got here, okay? We're going to go live here, your channel. I'm going to do that. There I am. Look at that son of a gun. Oh. 6 are watching. 6 people? Really? Sons of guns? Copy link. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say to Twitter folks, live right now from the room of Orange. Kapow. And I'm going to go like this. Boom. Paste. Boom. And tweet. Boom and tweet. Da-da-da, boom and tweet. A boom and tweet. Say what now? Boom and tweet. Folks, look at this guitar. It is a Wildwood 1051 nocaster. It weighs doggone nothing. It has a 10-inch radius and 6105 frets and special one pickups. Oh, and special one pickups. Michael Reha in the house. What's going down? Michael Reha in the house. A little bit of that Anigo gold. Ladies and gentlemen, doggone it. I love the squish of that juicy neck position. Hear that? I love the squish of the juicy neck position. It sounds so doggone delish. Ooh. Is it hot in Wisconsin? Asked Gary. You're damn right. It's very warm today. You can play this song every day. Maybe I will. Maybe I have. Ooh-ba-doo-cla-cla. Lord have mercy. Of course, I blasted off the pickup selector right away. No Telecaster, no new Telecaster is the same if you don't flick the doggone toggle switch off. That's just a rite of passage. It's fastening it properly so that it no longer flicks. And I have not done that yet because it's not my guitar. It's just here for a few moments. A few moments. Ba-diddle-diddle-diddle, a few moments. Mm-hmm. Sure, it's a lovely sounding instrument. I like it. Oh, yeah. It is a Wildwood 1051 nocaster in the Journeyman Relic format. Anyways, that's a little Dylan the Villain. That's a good one for the middle position, getting both those pickups working. There we go. How's it going out there, you crazy kids? You doing all right? Are you doing all right? Are you doing okay? It is a mighty Thursday. Sassy Cat says, just got a hold of some expired chorizo this morning. I'm still dealing with the consequences. Sassy Cat, that sounds like an unsavory situation for your abdomen and perhaps for your plumbing at your residence. At the Sassy Cat house, the plumbing's being challenged by the power of sour chorizo. Look out, you all. Wow, that took a turn. Greg, are you going to be in the UK when this virus is over to see you live? You know, Andy, I'm certainly hoping. We have some dates booked in November. Originally, I thought, there's no way that's going to happen. But Now you never know. People are seeming, we'll see. I'm cautiously optimistic. We're going to start getting out and about again when it makes sense to do so. So as long as everything, it's all the I's are crossed and the T's are dotted. That's not right. When all the I's are crossed and the T's, no. When all the I's are dotted and the T's are Prevagen, I know your aim is killing me. What? It's going off the rails again. Play that Dirt Spider away. Yeah, exactly. You got to do it. Can you play some Metallica? It's funny you should say that. I don't know any Metallica. This is Westalica. This is a community in Wisconsin. West Allis, Wisconsin. That's why it's funny. Westalica. Westalica. Wayne, I'd love to come down to Memphis and rock that place. Pete asks a very interesting question, which I'm glad to answer. Greg, talking about chorizo, do you have a favorite sausage? You know, I'm a Bratsman. There's good bratwurst around here, being a fine individual of German derivation. There is my favorite place is Carl's Country Market here in the southeastern Wisconsin. Although my buddy the Bunzels make an excellent sausage as well. But my favorite brat comes from Carl's Country Market. Carl's Country Market. Do you want to do a Little Wing? You know, I do like playing Little Wing in various different ways. Maybe with a little bit of, Just like that. Doogie, 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 doo. Little Jimmy mixed with a little Chopin at the end there. My little Chopin, ladies and gentlemen. A little Chopin. Folks, this is a magnificent. Where's the white tee, says Rich Moran. That's a good question. I was wearing a winkled white t-shirt this morning. My wife said, you didn't do a video in that shirt, did you? I'm like, honey, do you think I consult wardrobe before I click on my camera to do a little video on the Intergoogles? Hell to the no. It isn't about pageantry for trade. It's about the power of rock and the majesty of roll, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty sure Jimmy used a Wildwood telly on Little Wing. I think you're right, Eddie. Eddie speaks truth to power. Do I use a compression pedal? If so, which? If not, why? Good questions, Kyle. I don't usually use a compressor. I do have one on my, I have a Jam Pedals made me a multi-effect thing that's about this big with a bunch of different pedals on it. And I did put one of their dinosaur compressors on it. And when I'm in the studio, I might use it for a little slide action. Just a hair. Usually boy, I'm having a hard time with the English language today, ladies and gentlemen. It happens. A lot of times when I use a compressor, it's not that you can hear it, but I can feel it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to squish a whole bunch. I just like to squish a little bit. I like to squish a little bit, but not very often. Once in a blue moon, and usually when I'm in the studio, will I put the compressor on. How do I feel about the Abbasi Space Telly? I dig it, and of course the pickups are killer. They're mine. Killer. They're mine. That's right, Patrick Prevagen. It's not to be laughed at. Leave the fashion show to Dylan. Strong words, Eddie. And I'm with you. Can't squish the grish. Yeah. I can dig it. I like that squish, ladies and gentlemen. I like that squishy sounds. What's my favorite cheap amp from back in the day? I don't know. There's all kinds of glorious amplifiers. I had an old Supro at one point. That was cheap when I got it. It sounded great. Of course, all good amps were cheap back in the day, and then people were like, "Oh, I gotta have a Princeton Reverb amplifier," and now they're like $3,000. Thanks, people, for making those amps unobtainium. Unobtainium. Another song called Unobtainium. Sasquish. I like it, Stephen Ward. I like what you've done. Hey, Mindy, what's going down? Yowie, 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 yowie. Can you bless us with a little Tonus Diabolicus? Well, Taylor, since you asked so nicely, I probably can do that. It's probably going to buzz a little bit here. Let's see what we got here. That's an old tune of mine called what? Tonus Diabolicus, Tonus Diabolicus. That was originally on the first Tone Controls record, and then it ended up on a record called The Grip. And then I did a live version of it on a thing called Double the Gristle. With Great Koch and the Tone Controls, Double the Gristle. This, folks, is a Wildwood 10 51 nocaster in the Journeyman Relic. And it rocks the free world and some other places, if I may be so bold as to say it. Of course, it has that 10-inch radius, 6105 frets. It's got that I'm going to call it the nocaster U-shaped neck, I believe, right? Well, you know, we can find out specifically. A nocaster, it's a guitar of the disaster. It's a guitar of the disaster. Let's see what we got. This particular instrument, Wildwood 10 51 nocaster Journeyman Relic. Wow. I got a little excited there. This one's 7.25 pounds. That's so doggone light. You could strap it on your back and run around the world. Right, John? John just got home from school, and he's digging the vibes being thrown down here in Orange Room. He spent his day at Tosa East High School. Neck shape, nocaster U, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big old neck. It's not for the squeamish. So if you consider yourself a member of the squeamish community, good on you, welcome, but you might not like the proportion of this neck because it's not for the squeamish. It doesn't exclude the squeamish. However, they might not find it satisfying. I don't know what any of that means. Fingerboard, exclusive Wildwood custom 10-inch radius. 21, 6105, narrow tall, doggone frets. Hand-wound twisted telly neck and hand-wound twisted telly bridge pickups. It's got the modern wiring to it. So it's, you know, your usual neck, both, bridge. Neck, both, bridge. Come on, y'all. Neck, both, bridge. Say what? Neck, both, bridge, modern wiring. Song called Modern Wiring, really more of a rap if you think about it. I like this guitar very much. I could take it and spend the rest of my days playing it. And you know what? I wouldn't be sad. But luckily I have so many other guitars too that every day is a special excursion. It's 51 nocaster U. Can you see how big that neck is? I don't know if you can. Let's just take a look. Oh, this frickin' frack. Hold on a second. Frickin' frack. Can you see? It's a pretty girthsome neck. I don't know if you can see the proportion. If you can see my hand and see that the neck is thick, it's big and bold. Like the scrolls foretold. And it's a Journeyman Relic. That means it's got a little bit of patina, a couple little cracks on it, but it's not been ravaged by the the strange fauna they let into the custom shop at night when it's heavy relic day. They say they starve these creatures in the parking lot that are in some kind of enclosure, and they let them in the custom shop at night. They just start grabbing the guitars. They start devouring the finish, and they get a little contact buzz from the nitro. And it works out well for everybody. And anyway, so this is a journeyman relic, so it's not been savaged by any live creatures other than humans. What? Anyway, it's a big old neck. And you know, I'm one to believe that the neck, bigger neck, means you get a little extra tone. Because where there's more wood, there's more tone. When there's more wood, there's more tone. I bet there's people arguing about that on the internet right now. There's not. Wood has nothing to do with it. Neck doesn't matter. Headstock doesn't matter. Paint doesn't matter. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Boom, pish, pow. Let them do it. Let them just have at each other. We know what needs to be done when it comes to rock. We know what needs to be done when it comes to rock. Elbar Jones says the following. My fave Fender, Jeff Beck, purple with boat neck and lace sensors. I have one of those guitars my own self. And as a matter of fact, on my record, Strat's Got Your Tongue, tunes such as the venerable Miramani and Foolish Mortals were tracked with that very guitar into, at the time, a tweed blues DeVille, and then I might have used a tube screamer at that time, or it might have been the early edition of the full drive. Can't remember. But anyways, you get the idea. So yes, and I sold that guitar. A buddy of mine in town here, a great guitar player by the name of Mike Standel, bought that guitar for me and has it to this very day. It's a purple one. I got that purple thingy. What do they call it? The Burgundy Mist. Burgundy Mist. Wow, that was a nice whistle. Do you prefer dirt from pedals or for your amp when playing live? Kyle, I'm going to tell you right now, I prefer the dirt on my amp because when I do an A and a B, the dirt on the amp always sounds better. The feel of a pedal live, there's definitely something to that. You can definitely feel like you're pushing the amp more on top of it, but I find after vigorous A-ing and B-ing, when you're A-ing and B-ing, wow, amp overdrive, or at least with my Koch amplifier, always sounds superior. Now, if you have amp overdrive and then add a pedal on top of that, then it's super juicy and succulent. Anyway. Can you dig it? Do. Jose says, agree, bigger neck means a bit more tone and stability. Kind of hard to get used to. Sometimes, but, you know, it depends. I like all neck shapes. I've got a Wildwood 1057 Stratocaster, and that's got a little neck profile. You know what? I dig it. This one's got a big neck profile. I had a 51 nocaster for quite some time. I don't know why I sold it. I don't know why I do a lot of things. I didn't have an original 51 nocaster. I had one of the very first relics they made was a 51 nocaster and a 56 Strat, and I had both of those. And I sold them for some reason at some point. Maybe it's because I wanted to, I don't know, pay mortgage or eat or something. But they had to go. What do I think of Alan Holdsworth? I loved Alan Holdsworth. I always enjoyed Alan Holdsworth. When you engage the Koch amp overdrive, the guitar goes from 7.25 pounds to 9 pounds. You are correct, Paul. That's the power of rock that the Greg amplifier delivers. Maddie K says, it always helps to have hands the size of a porterhouse. Yes, it does not hurt. Porterhouse is a delicious steak. One of my favorite cuts is the porterhouse. T-bone probably reigns supreme though, but they're in the same realm, I believe. I don't want to start talking meat, because if we were to start talking Arby's, my favorite commercial is, we have the meat. Bold statement, Arby's. Bold. But good marketing. That's all I'm going to say. Favorite venue to play in the greater Milwaukee area? Well, that's hard to say. You know, my favorite venue, if we're talking just straight on venues, is the Pabst Theater. When I get a chance to play at the Pabst, I'm always walking tall with a little skip in my step. It's just a beautiful venue. It's a great vibe. They have a coffee. You have your own barista backstage. What? Delicious. Any update on the ETA for the Greg head? Lee, I would call our friends at Wildwood Guitars and say, bros, what's the deal with the head? I understand they're coming. And they'll be able to say, I have no idea. Or, yes, they're going to be here by such and such. It's always a mystery because there's supply chain issues, there's shipping issues from the fact they're in the Netherlands, and they make such great stuff, and they're such great people, the Koch people. So things are going along, but the delivery and propagation, shall we say, of the amplification devices has been a little bit on the slow ski side. Peter, that goes for the smaller Koch amp as well. I did see them making the heads and the Greg combos in the different color Tolex. There was black Tolex ones and red Tolex. My buddy Chris from Koch Amplifiers told me that, unfortunately, I won't be in town here, but Randy Bachman and Burton Cummings are coming to town, and Randy Bachman is currently using 2 of my Greg amplifiers as his stage gear. So, in other words, he's taking care of business. And what's helping him in that quest for business? A plum? The Koch amplifier called the Greg. Let that be a lesson to one and all, ladies and gentlemen. Taking care of business with the Greg. Taking care of business. Ho hee hee heg. Ho hee hee heg. Boy, that's just kind of a battle cry, isn't it? BTO, that's right. I love Bachman Turner Overdrive back in the day. One of my, I forgot what birthday it was, but it must have been 1974. So what, I would have been 8. I got the 4-wheel drive record. Side by side, 4-wheel drive. I remember here, fun story, story time. My sister Mary used to work for the Excalibur, the people that own the Excalibur car company. It was a Milwaukee concern, ladies and gentlemen. You remember the Excaliburs back in the day? And she was the nanny for the family that ran that owned that business. And BTO showed up to buy an Excalibur during the height of their fame and purchased an Excalibur, and they all came in with like wild fur coats. That was kind of a rite of passage for the rock star back in that day. I know Robert Plant had some hideous fur coat that he wore around back in 73-ish. Anyway, they came in resplendent in furs, bought an Excalibur, and gave tickets to go see BTO to the Excalibur people. But they didn't want to go, so they gave them to my sister and her friend, and they went and saw the concert. Said it was the loudest thing they'd ever heard. And I said, side by side, 4-wheel drive. I looked into a crystal ball at that point in time, and I said, and one day they will use my amplifier to play this music. That's what I said. And so it came to fruition. You know why? Visionary. Great as a visionary. Even at a young age, I could see through the veil. You guys hearing this? What? Anyway. Time to shut the computers off, right? Trying to remember that Hendrix song. You know, it's so weird. I've been listening to so many of those bootlegs of him just like earballing those songs as they went. I was convinced that he just was like, yeah, let's just see what we'll play tonight. Let's try that one. Remember we messed around with it in the studio the other day? The only thing is that he was probably in front of, 20,000 people at the time or whatever. And they just kind of would earball those songs. You're like, nah, that's not quite it. It didn't matter. And so I carry on the tradition. Majestic sounding guitar. It's a majestic guitar that was sent to me by Wildwood Guitars, Louisville, Colorado. Boy, I'm looking forward to going back out there again at some point, hopefully in the not too distant future. But for now, they're sending me guitars and I play them. I play them in these situations. Then I do some of those Wildwood 30 videos. We pop those up on the internet, but it'll pop those up on the internet. And then I send them on back. I pack them up. I've gotten really good at unpacking and packing up guitars, ladies and gentlemen. Skill set of trade, ladies and gents. The guitars come in and I unpack them and I see what the heck they are. And I get so excited sometimes. Look what came for trade. Look what came for trade. Look what came for trade. And I take it out. I get it ready for battle. And then I rock with it. And then do some extra videos, pop it back in the case and say, goodbye, music friend. And I pack it back up and take it down to the UPS store where I'm personal friends with those individuals. I say, hey, bros, what do you got today? Actually, we don't say any of that. I just come in and drop it off and I leave. Whatever. But unpacking videos, Jason says. Oh, we do some unpacking videos. People like to do the unpacking videos. Check it out. I've got a new thing that came in. Let's unpack it. And then the internet goes, ooh, delicious. That's what people say online. Ooh, so yummy to see people doing things. Some James Gang might sound good on this one. Oh. That's it. That bridge pickup is the sound of rock. That bridge pickup is the sound of rock. This frickin' frack. I get so mad with this chair and this doggone thing. I get so mad with this chair and this rug. Oh. Yes. I like it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Woo! Diggity doggone it. I like this guitar. Jimmy Bishop is 54 today. Welcome to the club. He is 54 today. He is 54 today. You were born in 67. I was born in 66. See, so at the end of this month, I'll be 55. 55. 55. I never thought I'd still be alive. 55. Wow. Happy birthday to Jim. Happy birthday to Jim. Happy birthday to Jim. Happy birthday to Jimmy Bishop. Happy birthday, Jim. Whoa! Happy birthday, Jim. Jiminy, happy birthday. Not all downhill, sunny, So many times left of good times. I like life over 50. You know why? Because the amount of craps that you give about anything is diminished rapidly. It's like, whatever. Whatever. You make those sounds instead of fury and rage. I still fury and rage too, though. You know why? Because I'm young at heart. I'm actually 12 at heart. Have the noiseless Fishman pickups spoiled you? Well, I certainly enjoy not hearing the buzz, if you know what I'm saying. I almost went into Jesus just left Schwabing on. That's what I was saying. Jesus just left Sheboygan, and he's bound for Prairie du Chien. Jesus just left Sheboygan, and he's bound for Prairie du Chien. And walking one end to the other, and all cheesy points in mixed between. You get the idea. Wow. I don't even know what just happened there, but it felt good. And if it feels good, do it. Courage and Way, right. Would like to hear your groove and Sissy Start. Can you dig it? And your bird can sing. That's a good one. I don't know how to play that one, though. Never figured that one out, actually. Jeff Beck Truth. Let me love you, baby. That's a good one. Let's review a little bit, folks. Oh, that telly is making me feel a little dazed and confused. I see what you did there. Well, I'm a gonna raise a fuss, I'm a gonna raise a holly. Can you dig it, folks? This guitar sounds great. It is a Wildwood 1051 broadcaster, big old U-shaped neck. It's a majestic sound. That was the sound of the Koch amp on the lead channel with the gain boost engaged and the OTS engaged as well. When you put all of those things together, it sounds savage. It sounds so savage. Can you dig it? Everyone should own a black card. I agree with you, Mr. Guitar God. Have I ever played in Brazil? No, I have not yet. I have not yet played in Brazil. I have not yet played south of Mexico, as a matter of fact. I've been all over Mexico, as I like to say it. But I have not been to South America or Central America. I would love to come. And consider that Greg's guitar tech is pretty much the UPS guy. That's about right, Matty K. Matty K, and that's about right. Does my height ever affect my guitar choices? Well, it certainly had something to do when I was designing those signature Reverend instruments, and we wanted to make the bodies a little bigger to be more proportionate. We wanted to be more proportionate. I wouldn't want to play in Brazil right now. Probably true. It's a little crazy down there right now with the COVID-19. COVID-19. Wow, a little song called COVID-19. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there you have it. Well, thanks so much for tuning in today here in Orange Room. We are enjoying a delicious hot day here in Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, super. How is the Tascam as a live mixer? Asked Dustin. That's a good question. Actually, we use it as our interface. So everything is going, especially when we have Toby in the house and we need to have, all the channels engaged. So what I'm actually using it for live is we use it as the interface to go into the DAW, into Logic. But I'm actually using it as a monitor mixer when we're playing live. And that's great. Works out great. Can you dig it? Have I changed my strings on my Gristle 90? I have indeed. I changed the strings on the Gristle 90. Thank you, Mike Burrell, for tuning in. Hope we get up to Minneapolis one of these days. One of these days we'll get up. Do I use my pinky while hybrid picking? Every now and again. You know where I usually use my pinky is when I do that kind of stuff. But if I'm occasionally I'll use it with chord. So I do use that pinky a bit. I use the pinky of my right hand a little bit. Well, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Maybe we'll get back up to the hook and ladder, Michael. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Should I correct a slightly wrong hold of my pick or just do what feels best? Basically, however you hold the pick, as long as you practice enough, usually will take care of itself. Hey, Chris Larson, what's going on, Daddy-O? Oh, bless you. I hope you're doing. Are you still up in that area? Up there in Washington? We had some good times up there by Cracky. Back in the day with Christopher Larson on the road, causing trouble. That's what we did. Causing trouble, that's what we did. We took trouble, we feasted upon it. As you do. If you're going to get in trouble, you might as well feast upon it. That's my motto. You can get a t-shirt made. Trouble? Feast. Simply stated and heartfelt. Up in Washington. All right, folks, got to run. I am going to see what's for dinner. I'm getting a little peckish. Drade's getting a little peckish. And I'll be back here tomorrow for our live stream for Fishman. And Saturday night, I'm doing the together.co thing with Dylan. That's at 5 p.m. Central. Next week, I'm actually going to be out at Reverend Central on Monday and Tuesday. So we're going to work it. So I'm going to do my live streams with Ken out at in Toledo. I'm going to Toledo, folks. I'm going to wear my Canadian tuxedo when I go to Toledo, and I'm going to fit right in. People are going to say, look at that bold, bold warrior. I'm going to say, you're damn right. I've come. Now let's go to Tony Pacos. There you have it. All right, folks. We'll see you later, alligator.